Hey everybody, I'm Jason. I am your Friday vlogger for Weight Loss Losers. Smile. What is today?
20th.
February
20th.
Today is Friday, January 20th.
February!
Today's Friday, February 20th. I am your Friday vlogger for Weight Loss Losers. Welcome to Y Week number 2. My topic this week is, why is balance important? I'm a big proponent of balance in a diet. Balance not only in food, but in exercise and food, body, and mind, and all that wonderful stuff. However, before I went over that, I wanted to share something with you from my nutrition book. It's something called Healthy People 2010, Understanding and Improving Health. It's something set forward by the government, and I'm going to read this from my book, so don't get annoyed. Called Healthy People 2010, Understanding and Improving Health. The plan of action presents a national health promotion and disease prevention agenda for the first decade of the 21st century. The report set health objectives for the year 2010 and 2 broad goals designed to help all Americans achieve their full potential by increasing the quality and years of healthy life and by eliminating health disparities. Several Healthy People goals focus on risk reduction and specify targets for the intake of nutrients such as fat, saturated fat, and calcium, and of foods such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grain products. Other risk reduction goals set targets to reduce the prevalence of obesity, to increase the proportion of people who adopt sound dietary practices, and to increase the proportion of people who reduce their use of salt and sodium in foods at that table. Each Healthy People 2010 objective has a target for specific improvements to be achieved by the year 2010. How are Americans doing in terms of meeting the Healthy People 2010 goals? When Healthy People 2010 was released in 2000, the life expectancy was 76 years old. Today, the average life expectancy at birth is 77 years, and death rates for heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer have declined. Since the 1980s, however, the prevalence of overweight has soared, and the trend toward obesity continues. Healthy People 2010 hasn't worked out for us real well. And don't quote me on this, but I think that my teacher may have said that this is when they started really focusing on dietary labels on foods being more accurate or even existing. Don't quote me on that though, I don't know. But balance. Why is balance important? And why did I tell that story? Balance is important for a lot of reasons. And the reason I told that story actually is because I feel that even though the government meant well, they didn't present the information properly to us. And why I say that is because you're leaving it up to us to determine our health based off of little percentages on little charts on each food that we eat. And let's be honest, the American life is about convenience and just getting what you need. Obviously no one's going to read these labels, and they're not going to actually figure out their diets until they have to, which is where we are now in America, where obesity is an epidemic and we're still trying to figure out what to do. So I'm here to help you with balance. Balance is important for a lot of reasons, and most of them I cannot explain in 6 minutes, so I'm going to do my best. Basically, your diet has to be balanced in between carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vegetables, fruits, all that good stuff. And milk, of course, milk. How on earth do you figure out what you're supposed to get, why you're supposed to do it? I'll tell you why. The reason you're supposed to balance your diet is because every single one of those things has a certain amount of nutrients in it. Balance. To appreciate the importance of balance, and again I'm reading from a book, so don't be annoyed with me. To appreciate the importance of balance, consider a second essential nutrient. Calcium plays a vital role in building a strong frame that can withstand the gradual loss of bone that occurs with age. Thus, adults are advised to consume 3 cups of milk or milk products, the best sources of bone-building mineral, daily to meet their calcium needs. Foods that are rich in calcium typically lack iron, however, and vice versa, so you have to balance the two in your diet. Balancing the whole diet as a juggling act, if successful, provides enough, but not too much, of each of the 40-odd nutrients the body needs for good health. What that basically said was that, for instance, getting enough milk in your diet doesn't necessarily guarantee you're getting enough iron in your diet. So it's just a matter of balancing all of the foods. So how does one do that? How does one figure out what they need? There's a website called www.mypyramid.gov, the U.S. government's dietary guidelines for Americans. And what it does is basically, and I'll show you the cute little picture, mypyramid.gov will give you all the daily recommended intake amounts for all your grains, vegetables, fruits, milks, meats, and beans, which will lead up to a healthy diet. Generally, they don't calculate weight loss calories, however, they just calculate to live as you are. Now, my own opinion about why balance is important. I'm going to close the book now. Balance is important because you need to get all the nutrients in throughout your entire day. You can get all your calories from about 3 or 4 Snickers bars, and believe me, that would be a really wonderful day, but you won't get any nutritional value from the Snickers bars, whereas if you fill up your entire day with whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean meats, and milk products, skim milk or 1%, you're going to be much more satisfied with your day, and you're going to have a lot more energy. Especially for women, and which most of you are out there, women who are dieting, a lot of you don't drink your milk, and milk and yogurt are huge as far as just your bone density. You need calcium in your diet, or else you're going to be at the risk for a lot of problems with osteoporosis when you get a lot older. In order to figure out what you need to do for your recommended dietary intake, what you should do is go over to a great website that's free, like for instance sparkpeople.com or thedailyplate.com, where you can actually type in all your information and it'll determine your weight loss calories, and it'll give you a list at the bottom of your chart telling you this is how many servings of carbs you need, this is how many servings of fat you need, how many servings of protein you need in order to successfully lose weight. Yes, I'm calorie counting now in my weight loss. However, I've learned through Jenny Craig to balance that with a healthy, balanced diet of fruits, vegetables, lean meats, carbs, milk, fats, etc. So it really is important to your diet, and for more information you guys can email me if you like, and I'm going to go ahead and post another great video in the sidebar, which is that way, which is basically it's a vegetable video that details all the different nutrients that just come from eating different colored vegetables. And imagine all of the other nutrients that you're going to miss out on if you don't eat the right foods. So again, I wish this video could have been longer, and I wish I could have helped you guys more. So again, thank you guys for all of your recommendations, for all the video ideas, and thank you Adam for being a part of our channel. Please stay tuned next week to find out who's going to be the Thursday replacement, and please make sure you tune in for Monday for Al and our topic next week, recommended by user Jen Gutierrez, Mythbusters.